What's up, guys?
All right, well, what's up? How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited. Get a home game, so that feels good. Sleep in my own bed, see my kids every day. It's nice. Don't have to go to Vegas where it's 300 degrees, so it's good.
Literally. Every day this week, it's beaten the record of whatever the hottest day was. That
I know. Keep me away from that. You guys brought it with you, though. It's about to be 100 this week. I'm upset with you guys.
So it was. I guess it was all three of us. So how different is a fight week beyond just being able to sleep in your bed? Like when it's in your hometown, how different does that feel for you?
You know, it's crazy. I was talking to my wife about it. Coming up on the regional scene, every single fight I had was a home game, right? It was 45 minutes away. So I don't know if it feels different. It feels different than what I've done lately, but it kind of just feels like I'm going back to my roots a little bit. And I don't have any crazy extra pressure. I don't feel that. I just feel the convenience, and I'm comfortable here. I can train at my gym every day, see my teammates. Like I said, see my girls. That's huge for me, and it's been great. I'm super excited. I wish the UFC came here more, but I'm pumped to be on this one.
And you're fighting somebody who's also training here. Have you guys run into each other, or do you guys cross paths at all?
No, I've never met him in person. It's funny. My first ever live UFC event was UFC when they went to Detroit in 2017, and he was on that card, had a crazy knockout. I was a fan ever since, and then they called me to fight him, and I was like, all right, I guess we got to do this. But, I've never met him personally. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Both of us from Colorado. I think that's the only Colorado versus Colorado matchup, so it's cool.
So who are the fans going to be rooting for if they don't, the two hometown?
You never know. I have to say probably not me if my track record speaks. I don't have a ton of people I feel like that are cheering for Cody Brundage, but that's all right. I like playing that role a little bit.
I was just going to say, would you almost prefer that? Give you a little bit of extra motivation?
I don't know if it's extra motivation. I just feel like it is what it is. I go out, I have exciting fights, and that's all I can do.
What are you expecting from him?
I feel like if you're a fight fan, you should have this fight circled. I just expect a lot of chaos. I bring it. I have a lot of first-round finishes. He has all first-round finishes. Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting one. I'd be shocked if it goes the distance. So, make sure you don't miss it.
So I don't know if you pay attention at all to the betting lines or anything. You're just a little bit of an underdog. Does that give you extra motivation? Do you do you wish you could have bet on yourself at this point?
I don't know. I've been an underdog, I think, in 9 out of my 10 UFC fights, so it's a familiar role. I think the one fight that I was a favorite, I lost. So, I try not to pay too much attention to that. I don't know if I'd bet on myself. I'm not in the Justin James confidence category, I guess. I gotta make this money. I got girls to support.
Thank you.
Hey, Cody.
What's up, brother?
First of all, congratulations on the anniversary. I saw you posting about that the other day.
Thanks, bro.
We were talking, and you said you did some things in the last fight that, even though it was a loss, that it kind of helped you turn the corner with your career. What were those things?
I just feel like I fought pretty fearless, and obviously there were mistakes made. I kind of got a little greedy, but I feel like the hardest part for me isn't necessarily skills or anything like that. It's more composure, and you only get that with live reps under the lights. So I felt like it was the most comfortable I felt. Obviously didn't get the result I wanted, but, had some big moments, kind of outshined expectations. But, I feel good. I felt like there are things I could take forward from that fight, like the comfortability, the feeling I had backstage, the feeling I had entering the cage that were kind of new and I've been working on for a long time.
Yeah, what was that like? Because there was a point in the fight where you were kind of joking when Bo had you on the ground, right? And it seemed like, you talk about composure, like that seemed about one of those moments that kind of helped you turn the corner, right?
Yeah, I feel like just kind of being present and, not overthinking. I feel like that's a struggle in fighting is overthinking. And the key is turning your brain off when you're in there. As counterintuitive as maybe that sounds, like you need to think, but it's got to be instinct. It's got to be your reaction. And so I felt like that. Yeah, that was just – I didn't really think about it. That was just something I was doing, so that's a good thing.
And then how do you keep a level head in between fights, right? Because you go from like the huge high of the slam KO, and then you get this big opportunity to fight Bo Nickal. It doesn't go your way. So how do you stay composed with all of that going on?
I think just reps. I try to stay super active. right now I'm not Cody Brundage, the UFC champion, but I'm trying to be Cody Brundage, the most active UFC middleweight on the roster. They know they can call me whenever. I'm always going to say yes. I'm always in shape. I'm always prepared to fight. So I'm just trying to get as many reps as I can. This is really my passion. It's what I love to do. And if I wasn't doing it for money, I'd be doing it for free. So I'm lucky that they keep me busy.
And then with Abdul, a lot of his losses are by decision. So do you feel like the later this fight goes, the more it's going to play into your favor?
That's what everyone's telling me. They're like, yeah, be careful first round. He's a first-round fighter. But, I mean, if you watch my fights, I don't really waste time either. So I think, yeah, the longer the fight goes, it's definitely in my favor. But don't be shocked if I get him out of there early.
Cheers, bro.
Appreciate you.
Cody, with this being a card where you're sharing it with a teammate, it's kind of a rare opportunity where someone is also in your same weight class. You have Josh Fremd, who's also on the card. How did that factor into your preparation over the last few weeks?
Yeah, me and Josh been going to war. We go to war all the time. It's weird, you make some of your best friends punch them in the face, but it's been good. I feel like we're peaking at the right time. We can kind of feed off each other's energy, and that's always a positive thing.
And then also to piggyback off the earlier question about fighting at home, it's not necessarily the same situation, though, for you fighting at home, being that you are a fight family. Your wife is a UFC veteran, so it's maybe not all of the same regular stressors. Like, she knows, like, hey, you need to be locking in for this versus, maybe doing, like, house or daddy duties here, pay attention to the fight. How has she helped you with this fight week at home?
Oh yeah, she's more locked in than me, I feel like. So she kind of cracks the whip, She makes sure I'm getting my workouts, making sure that I'm staying on my stuff. She runs my weight cut. I was laughing at UFC 300. She was out there with me running my weight cut, and Charles Oliveira is across the PI, and his girlfriend or wife is over him like praying and crying, and my wife's yelling at me to put my arms in the sauna. So she plays no games. She definitely cracks the whip for sure.
You have a saying that you like to go by, kiss the fire and walk away whistling. Can you describe what that means for you in this matchup?
I think it just goes back to being fearless, man. You got to be willing to get in there. Fighting is the fire, No one is choosing to do this that's not willing to embrace a little bit of adversity and tough things, and I'm definitely willing to do that, and that's part of the reason I've had my ups and downs, but, that's the whistling part. Sometimes I'm not whistling, right? But that's always the goal.
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I just have one more. I'm just curious, what were your thoughts of Bo Nickal? Because, none of us are going to get to fight him. Do you think that or I hope not, do you think that he's living up to the hype, or do you think it's overblown? What are your thoughts on that?
I think he has unrealistic expectations put on him. People thought he was going to come out and finish me in 30 seconds. These are the best fighters in the world. It just doesn't happen that way. And I feel like I feel bad for him, and I feel like it's unfair to him. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I had good moments in that fight. He dominated the fight. I can admit that. He dominated most of the fight. But it doesn't matter what he did. If he didn't come out and finish me in 30 seconds, people were going to say, oh, he got exposed. He's not good. He's in the UFC at 6-0. He's undefeated with all finishes. The hype's real. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get more comfortable. Unfortunately for him, he's such a big star. He gets to fight once, twice a year, and that's hard to get your comfortability, to get composure, to do that. Because, like I said, the only way you get that is through live reps. He doesn't get an opportunity to do that very often. I think the more comfortable he gets, the bigger problem he'll be. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys.